Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sephora, and if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit the bell so you can turn on the notifications so you'll be notified every single time I post. And today's video is going to be all about how I stay productive and manage a busy schedule between going to law school, a full-time job, and social media and all my other extracurricular activities. I've gathered 15 tips for you guys to help you stay on track. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to find somebody to help keep you motivated or to help keep you on track. So think of it like a gym buddy. If you're going to the gym, you want someone who's like, hey, like, did you go to the gym today? It's kind of like a check-in kind of thing. So to help you stay on track and manage your schedule, you want to find someone to do that for you. I recommend finding someone who has similar goals as you or who has similar aspirations or is looking to promote their career as well, just so that person is just as motivated as you, and that way you two together can work together to keep each other on track. So for me personally, in law school, I would reach out to Nabintu and be like, hey, like, did you do this? Did you do that? Did you get this outline from this professor? Like, what are you studying here? And that really helped me stay on track, and it helped me do pretty well in law school. I think also just having someone to keep you motivated is a good strategy overall, so you don't feel as if you're going through it alone, especially in law school. The second tip that I have for you guys is to work in longer blocks or use the pomodoro method. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but for me, I personally prefer to work in longer periods of time. So once I start something, I typically don't stop until I finish. Whether that takes 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, I will work on it until it's finished. If that isn't something that you can do, or if you can't stay focused during, longer periods of time, the pomodoro method is where you study for 30 minutes on, or I think maybe it's 20 minutes on, and then you'll take 15 minutes off, and then you go back 20 minutes on, 15 minutes off, and that will just help you keep your focus and stay on track with what you're doing. My third tip that I have for you guys is to use your break time as social time. So especially when you're trying to balance a busy schedule and you've got a lot of things going on, it's kind of hard to find time to put in social time. So I recommend using your breaks as social time. So for me in law school, we had my section, and me and my friends would always eat lunch together. We had lunch at the same time. We would always eat together. So that was social time. And then when we're studying, we would go to the library together. And while we may not be, actively studying with each other, we're sitting around the same table. And so it's just kind of like a community feeling, and it gives it that social feel, and that definitely helps. You could also, during your breaks, like when you're studying at home or when you're working at home, make dinner plans or make lunch plans or brunch plans, or do a Zoom lunch or do a Zoom dinner, a Zoom breakfast, and that can be a good social interaction and will help you make use of your break time so you don't feel as if you're constantly working with no time to talk to your friends or get that social interaction. So the fourth tip that I have for you guys is to prioritize your most important events. So you cannot do it all, and I don't think you should try to do it all. You need to go through and pick what is most important to you and prioritize those when you're doing your scheduling. It is much easier to devote yourself fully to a few things than to try and split yourself into many little pieces and give only parts of you to 100 different things. If you prioritize and you choose what's most important to you, those specific activities will get all of you, and you'll get more bang for your buck. And that's essentially what you want. That's how you're going to get the best results. That's how you're going to progress. That's how you're going to continue succeeding and continue moving forward. So the fifth tip that I have for you guys is to put your phone on Do Not Disturb. When you are working, when you are studying, when you are trying to stay focused, put your phone on Do Not Disturb so that you aren't getting text messages, or you're not tempted to go check your Instagram or go check your Twitter or whatever it is that you're checking. If you go on Do Not Disturb, it will help you stay focused and it will help keep you on track because you don't feel the need to constantly check your phone. If for some reason Do Not Disturb is not enough for you, put your phone in another room. Put it on Do Not Disturb and go move it into another room, so that way you're not tempted, oh, it's on Do Not Disturb, but I'm still probably getting a notification, let me go check. So you don't do that. It's in another room. It's, you know, you're not gonna get up and go get it. At least you shouldn't. If that still isn't enough, I recommend just deleting your social media or deactivating it for the time being until you're done with whatever it is you need to do. So during finals periods, I know a lot of my friends would deactivate their social media and then they would get it back when finals were over. So that is something you can do. The sixth tip that I have for you guys is to block plan. So I kind of just made that word up. But basically what block planning is you are dividing up your activities and making it so that you have a good amount of time to complete each without having to go through so much variation. So what you're doing is you're scheduling your same events for one period of time. So instead of, say, on Monday, you're like, okay, I need to take an Instagram picture, I need to film 3 YouTube videos, and then I also need to study for this class that I have an exam coming up in, and I also need to finish this project for work. Instead of trying to do all of that and trying to work all of that into your 24 hours on Monday minus however many hours you sleep, what you want to do is divide up the activity. So if you know that you need to film 3 YouTube videos, what you're going to want to do is say, okay, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm gonna get all those YouTube videos filmed, and then you're gonna take a break. Then from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. you're gonna take your Instagram pictures. So when you divide up your activities like that, you're in the same mindset while you're going through these activities. Sorry, the lighting is changing because I'm using natural light, but you're doing the same activities and you don't have to constantly change your mindset. It's more difficult if you have to film your 3 YouTube videos, do your makeup, figure out your outfit, and then go change again and do your Instagram pictures. Then, oh wait, I need to do this for work. Let me change my mindset, take off my makeup, relax, get in the right mindset to do my work. You're gonna be much more efficient if you just schedule and block plan, because that way you have all your YouTube videos and all your Instagram pictures knocked out on Monday. So for the rest of the week, you can do whatever else it is you need to do, rather than having to do all 5 of those things every single day of the week because you've knocked them all out on that one day. The 7th tip that I have for you guys is to study smarter, not harder, or work smarter, not harder, whatever it is you're doing. A good way to do that, especially in law school, is to find mentors, people who have done it already. They will give you amazing tips. They will tell you what not to do because they've made those mistakes, and so you do not need to make those mistakes because it's already been done. And so that's one of the biggest tips that I can tell you. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. It's already been done. You can find mentors, talk to people and ask them how they got it done. Watch videos like this and see what you need to do or what you can change to help you adjust. And all of this will just help you in becoming more productive in general, becoming more efficient with your time and getting more accomplished throughout your days and your weeks and your months. The 8th tip that I have for you guys is to schedule in you time. So this is so important. A lot of people will go weeks without scheduling their you time, whether that's taking a bath with candles or reading a book or going to get a mani-pedi or whatever it is, whatever your you time is, you need to make time for it, because you need to give yourself time to refresh, time to feel, you know, at home. And it's so important because you will burn out, especially in law school. You will burn out if you don't schedule in that you time and make sure that you're making that time for yourself so that you can, you know, stay on top of things and be refreshed. The 9th tip that I have for you guys is to make the most of your days. I'm not going to tell you to get up earlier because I do not get up early. But when I am awake, I make the most of my days. So if I wake up at 9 a.m., sometimes I will just lay in my bed until like 11. You shouldn't do that. If you wake up at 9 a.m., get up and get your day started and get started on what it is you need to do. Because if you wake up and you lay in your bed for an additional 1 to 2 hours, that's 1 to 2 hours that you could have been doing something, or that's 1 to 2 hours that, you know, is otherwise wasted, especially if you do have a lot to get done. Now, sometimes it is good to lay in your bed. That's your you time. If that's your you time, you use it. But for the most part, make the most of the time you are awake and plan out your days so that those hours aren't going to waste. And at the end of the day, you won't feel as if you got nothing done. The 10th tip that I have for you guys is to get a good night's sleep. So a lot of people, when they have busy schedules or they feel like they have so much to do, will sacrifice their sleep. I do not recommend that. I think everyone should get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, or 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I usually get like 9. So I don't think you should sacrifice your sleep. It is so important for your mind to be refreshed, for your body to be refreshed, and for you to be on top of your game. You need to sleep. Your body needs rest, your mind needs rest, you need rest. So you need to sleep. Do not sacrifice your sleep at the expense of doing work. And when you have an efficient schedule and when you're taking care of what you need to take care of and you're on top of your stuff, you should have time to sleep. You won't feel as if you don't need to sleep so that you can get your stuff done. The 11th tip that I have for you guys is to keep track of your information and keep track of everything that you need to get done and front load your work. So what that means is, if you know that you have a project deadline coming up on Tuesday and you know about it on the Friday before, start working on it on Saturday, start working on it on Sunday and get it knocked out of the way. So that way, if for some reason you get a new project or you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do this on Monday, you're not all of a sudden inundated with 2 or 3 things that you now have to get done by Tuesday. If you know ahead of time something that you need to get done, go ahead and get it done ahead of time so that you don't feel overwhelmed or as if you have no time to accomplish what you need to get accomplished. Now, some people do work very well under pressure, so this might not work for everyone, but I find just in general, making sure you have a plan and planning out what you need to get done and when you're going to do it does help with your efficiency and your productivity in managing a busy schedule. I think this is especially relevant in law school. You will, for the most part, know your readings and what you need to get done ahead of time. You don't need to wait until the night before to do your readings. I do know some people who did that and they were fine with it, but you can do your readings ahead of time, and that will definitely help you in staying on top of what you need to get done and making you feel a little more open and available in terms of your schedule. The 12th tip that I have for you guys, and it's a well-known tip, is to use a calendar. I recommend Google Calendar. You can schedule all of your things, all of your events, everything that you need to get done, all of your events that you have, you can schedule in Google Calendar, and you can sync it to all of your devices so that you have access to your schedule everywhere you are. This is the easiest thing for you to do, and it will help you stay on track with what you've got going on. And you'll also be able to see where you have openings in your schedule. You'll look at your Google Calendar, oh hey, like from 5 to 6 p.m. I don't have anything doing. Maybe I could go get some dinner, get some lunch, or schedule in that you time that you didn't know you had before, because before you didn't have a schedule. So I recommend using Google Calendar just to keep track of everything that you've got going on. The 13th tip that I have for you guys is, whenever you think of something new that needs to be done, you need to write it down. A lot of people will think, oh hey, for example, I need to go see this professor, or hey, I need to email my boss, or I need to email this person. And they'll think about it and then they'll immediately forget. And then it won't get done until it's last minute. They're like, oh shoot, I didn't do this. If you write it down when you first think about it, or you make a note of it when you first think about it, that will help alleviate you forgetting and having to rush to do it last minute, and it will help just keep you on track. The 14th tip that I have for you guys is right along the lines of emails. Mark your emails unread until you've done whatever it is that you need to do in that email. So if you get an email from your boss or from your professor or from whatever it is, and there's something in it that you need to do or you need to reply to, but you for some reason can't do it right that minute, either flag it or mark it on red so that you know to go back to it and get that done. That will help you keep track of your life. It will help you keep track of at least your emails, and you'll know, oh hey, there was something I needed to do with this email because I flagged it or because it's unread. And that way when you go back, when you have time, you'll actually be able to get that done. The 15th tip that I have for you guys is to exercise. So exercise keeps you fit, it keeps you healthy, keeps you young, keeps you refreshed. Whatever exercise you like to do, whether it's walking, running, Zumba, weights, whatever it is, you need to do it. Don't give up on exercise at the expense of work, school, studying, whatever it is, I recommend continuously exercising. By continuously, I mean at least 3 days a week, whether it's for 30 minutes 3 days a week or for 2 hours 3 days a week. Whatever fits your schedule, you should do that, and definitely stay on top of that, because exercise will help you stay on top of your game and you'll just feel better. So that brings me to the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching and for making it to the end. I do have a bonus tip for you guys. And the bonus tip is you need to have goals. You need to be a goal setter. So I recommend thinking of your goals, thinking about what you want to accomplish, whether it's in school, at work, you want to get that promotion in school, I don't know, you want to get an A in this class. Whatever your goal may be, you need to write it down, and I suggest posting it somewhere that you can see it every day, whether it be on your fridge or on your wall or above your bed. Just post it so that you're looking at it and you're constantly reminded of what it is you're aiming for and why you're putting in the work to get there. That will help keep you motivated, it will help keep you on track, and it will help keep you striving and moving forward. So that is my last bonus tip that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what your favorite tip was and also what other videos you guys would like to see. Thanks. Bye.